I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are,
believe
the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He pulled his legs back to him.
He jerked his legs back quick, but forget that. Let's talk about the real bombshell shaking the internet right now. Jayda Wayda just slipped up in a way that has social media spinning like crazy. And yes, she pretty much confirmed what everybody's been whispering about for months, who Lil Baby's real sugar daddy might actually be.
I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are,
believe them.
The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them. No matter how much, like, time really don't heal.
I don't know.
Time do not heal. That person gonna always be them.
Time only heals if a person is, like, mentally there with it, you know? Like, time don't heal if it's two people on two different.
And guess what? It's the same person fans have been side-eyeing all along. She didn't hop on live and drop his name straight up, but the way she's been posting, the hints she's dropping, and the whispers from her inner circle, it all lines up perfectly with one of the most powerful players in Lil Baby's crew. We're talking about the man tied to that legendary white party flick, the flashy private jet trips, the courtside NBA seats, and those billionaire-level connections that always had people raising eyebrows. But here's where the twist gets messy. It's not just about money anymore. Fans are convinced Jada walked away after realizing this man was allegedly moving different behind the scenes and that his so-called mentorship with Lil Baby might have been way more personal than anybody on the outside thought. Whether you believe it or not, the timing, the subtle receipts, and Jada's recent moves got people convinced she just exposed the very name Lil Baby's been desperate to keep out of the headlines. And before we even get into the heavy receipts, let's start with Jada's own words. She openly admitted she tried giving things with Lil Baby another shot, but it just didn't work. And to a lot of fans, that was the breadcrumb proving she already made her mind up about what was really going on. Once Jada dropped that breadcrumb, the internet detectives didn't even have to do much digging. They went straight back to that infamous photo, Lil Baby front and center at Michael Rubin's white party, Rubin right there next to him, and another guest whose presence suddenly feels way more suspicious than before. The way they were standing, too close, almost like it was choreographed. This wasn't just some random group shot. The body language, the smiles, the positioning, it had fans smashing that screenshot button faster than paparazzi snapping Rihanna outside a Fashion Week show. And just when the buzz started heating up, here comes 50 Cent stirring the pot. He reposted that pic with a caption that basically screamed, "What is going on here?" That's when the whole internet fully lost it. But here's the kicker. For longtime watchers, this wasn't just a funny party photo. To them, it was straight up visual confirmation of all the whispers that had been floating around for months. This didn't look like just a friendship, it looked like a power play. With Michael Rubin not only standing in Lil Baby's corner, but allegedly pulling strings both financially and maybe even personally. Suddenly, what seemed like a harmless flick turned into a loaded piece of evidence that had fans screaming for answers. From that moment on, the jokes online stopped being playful and turned into something darker. The sugar daddy label wasn't just some silly internet comment anymore. It stuck like glue. Memes, Twitter threads, think pieces, it all blew up overnight. Every new sighting of Lil Baby with Michael Rubin, or honestly any billionaire in his circle, was broken down frame by frame like folks were analyzing crime scene footage. Fans weren't just watching who he hugged, they were rewinding clips to zoom in on handshakes, smiles, who sat where on the jet. Nothing was safe from the breakdown. And let's not get it twisted, Michael Rubin is no random rich guy sliding into Lil Baby's photos. He's a billionaire mogul with ties to NBA superstars, music executives, and some of the biggest gatekeepers in entertainment. And if you've been paying attention, Lil Baby has been floating in those high-powered rooms for years now, moving shoulder to shoulder with Rubin like he got ushered into the VIP lane of life with no questions asked. Now, Lil Baby has tried to dead this narrative before, especially after that viral white party photo. He swore up and down it was nothing major. According to him, Rubin's just his boy, and that now iconic snapshot was snapped mid-play wrestling moment. Nothing shady, nothing scandalous, just two friends messing around at a party.
Michael Rubin was never hugging me. You know what I'm saying? I was dapping Kuzman up, and Mike happy to see me. He ran over there, and we started like wrestling, like touching it. And a picture, Mike, one of my real good friends, we in a party with goddamn 200-300 people. There's nothing weird could go on with all these people in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get on the internet and go back and forth and like, yeah, I told him, man, that's a crazy looking picture, you know what I'm saying?
But for fans who already had their suspicions, that excuse didn't calm the storm. It blew it up even bigger. That explanation felt less like truth and more like damage control. And even with Baby trying to laugh it off, fans keep pointing to little details that make the whole friendship feel off. The one story people cannot let go of, the gambling fiasco. Lil Baby admitted with his own mouth that he lost nearly $9 million in just 2 days at the casino. $9 million gone. And when things spiraled out of control, guess who supposedly swooped in to save him? None other than Michael Rubin himself. Baby said Rubin personally called up the casinos and told them to ban him from playing just to stop him from throwing away more money.
What's the most you ever lost gambling at once?
$8 million.
How long?
Like one day, like probably like 40 hours straight. I lost like $8 million.
That's not
9 million.
That's not one.
I made myself stop gambling. I had Mike Rubin write a letter to every casino and ban me from the casino. You know what I mean? Because I just do shit.
On the surface, that sounds like a loyal, ride or die friend stepping in, but to folks who already believe the down low theory, it looked way different. To them, Rubin wasn't just looking out, he was protecting his investment, making sure the man allegedly tied to him didn't crash out and ruin the whole setup. And then there's the tattoo drama, which fans swear is another smoking gun. For years, Lil Baby stood out as one of the only rappers with no tattoos.
You say that you don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope.
So what's the reason why you made sure in a world of tattoos, you don't have any?
Being younger, like, I don't want no tattoos. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
Put my money in, I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug. I don't want to be no thug. You feel me? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Yeah.
Only time I can see me getting a tattoo, like, gotta be real sentimental to me. Like,
Yeah.
He bragged about it in interviews, saying staying clean cut helped him get into certain business spaces without being judged or boxed in. It became his image. Baby, the star with no ink. So when fans finally noticed his first tattoos, it instantly became a headline. But what shook people to their core wasn't just that he got inked, it was where. His first tattoos were placed on his inner thighs. Nobody saw that coming, and the internet exploded with questions, why there of all places? And then he doubled down on the chaos. During a performance, Baby hit the stage in shorts, a tank top, and a pink belt, dancing around, pulling his shorts up just enough to flash that brand new ink. The timing, the placement, the performance, it all had fans screaming that this was another piece of the puzzle, another clue feeding the theory that his friendship with Rubin goes way deeper than they're letting on. Of course, fans had their phones out and those clips spread like wildfire. It didn't take long for people to zoom in, screen record, and repost with captions that were anything but subtle. Some brushed it off as Baby just flexing his fresh tattoos, feeling himself, but others wasted no time tying it straight into the DL rumors. Online chatter started calling it a soft launch, like he was testing the waters to show another side of himself. And once that idea took off, the conversation stopped being about tattoos. It flipped into a debate about image, identity, and whether Lil Baby was hinting at something he's been hiding all along. That became yet another reason for fans to believe this wasn't just about ink, it was about something deeper. Baby even had to step in and address the noise again, this time on Lil Yachty's podcast. He admitted straight up that the jokes weren't funny to him and claimed he even pulled the security footage from Michael Rubin's white party to prove the hug was quick, harmless, and blown way out of proportion. But here's the problem, he never actually dropped that footage, and online, the second you say, "I've got proof," but don't show it, people automatically think that proof isn't on your side. Instead of shutting down the whispers, Baby's comment lit the rumor mill right back up and gave conspiracy hunters even more reason to keep pushing their theories. Now this is where it stopped feeling like random coincidences and started looking like a whole pattern. Because if there's one name that always comes up when people connect Lil Baby's relationships, it's James Harden. And let's be real, their bond has never been low-key. Courtside games, jet trips, big events, they move like a package deal. But the moment that really burned itself into people's memories, Harden's insane birthday gift back in 2020. He pulled up with a Prada duffel bag stuffed with $100,000 in cash, a Richard Mille watch worth another fortune, and believe it or not, actual honey buns.
Give me a Prada bag because he proud of me, full of honey buns. With a honey bun, you know what I'm saying? Man, shit ain't got serious, man. You hear me, man? I'm on the ground with a honey bun and a honey bun.
You got two Richie, man?
Two rich in one day, man.
And he proud of you.
Hey, he brought me a Prada bag because he proud of me, man. You feel me?
Prada bag because he proud of you. Yeah. Honey bun.
They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. But they gonna try to try. Shit. That's right, y'all.
You deserve it. Come on. You deserve it. Come on.
You know, I like getting that paper. Hey, nobody moving me.
The clip of Baby pulling stacks out of that bag went viral, and social media made it one of the most unforgettable moments of the year. Some folks brushed it off as a rich friend flexing, just Harden doing the most, but others filed that moment away as part of a bigger story. One viral comment summed up the internet's energy when someone joked Lil Baby been giving his honey buns to Harden. It had people laughing, but it also planted side eyes that never really faded. And that's the thing, the internet doesn't need hard evidence. All it takes is flashy moments, a couple inside jokes, and a storyline that feels like it fits. Harden's birthday bag instantly became one of those receipts, and it wasn't even the last one. Soon after, Harden and Lil Baby were right back in headlines, this time shutting Paris Fashion Week 2021 down. And that trip poured gasoline on every single rumor already floating around. They weren't out in Paris looking for trouble, but trouble found them fast. French police pulled their car over, claiming they smelled cannabis, and just like that, the whole night unraveled under flashing cameras. Harden got frisked and questioned, then released with no problem, but Lil Baby, he wasn't so lucky. He ended up fined for possession and caught by photographers, being escorted straight toward a police van. And of course, those shots hit the internet before he even made it back to the hotel. Within minutes, global headlines were screaming, Lil Baby in cuffs in Paris, standing next to one of the NBA's biggest stars. At first, people brushed it off as bad timing, just an unlucky run-in with the law. But looking back now, fans fold that moment right into what they call the pattern. Another big headline with Harden, another viral clip added to the internet's growing highlight reel of suspicious moments between the two. But the speculation didn't end with Harden. Over time, whispers started tying Lil Baby's name to other artists too. One of the wildest theories even tried linking him to Juice WRLD. Nothing was ever proven, no receipts at all. But for people already convinced there's more to Baby's story, it fit the narrative perfectly. Then came the leaked tape chaos, a blurry clip that started floating online, showing someone who looked like Lil Baby allegedly with another man. The internet ate it up, and Baby had to shut it down himself. He hopped on social media and wrote, "Y'all gotta stop using my name and likeness when y'all get bored. The extremes MFS go to for clout is sick. Ain't no mystery in my history on no level. This my last time addressing any kind of dumb clickbait. TF is wrong with y'all. No flaws, no cap in my raps." That post sparked a brand new wave of DL talk, because on the internet, denials don't kill rumors, they double them. And the mess hit another level when Instagram model Terresa Leavonne slid onto a podcast and hinted at a personal run-in with Lil Baby.
It was a one-night stand. Played with Lil Baby's ass.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby had slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami, and I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up, and the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it. You know, you got a lot of people, that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing at me. Like it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly.
She didn't spill the full story, but the way she worded it had people convinced she was implying he might not be straight. And of course, that clip went viral instantly. She didn't spill the whole cup of tea, but Terresa dropped just enough for the rumor blogs to run wild. On that podcast, she slipped in a slick little hint about a one-night situation, claiming, yeah, he was holding him.
But the third time we linked up, I ate his asshole out, yeah. I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his yeah, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him. Yeah, he was holding them.
And that single phrase was enough to send the internet spiraling. Within hours, screenshots were flying, clips got chopped up, and memes were flooding every timeline. Suddenly, Lil Baby's name was trending again. And not for music, not for business, but for whispers that wouldn't go away. The craziest part? The way the blogs handled it made it 10 times worse. Headlines twisted her words, TikTok edits added extra context, and gossip pages exaggerated every syllable she said. What could have been brushed off as vague suddenly turned into a viral storm, and Baby was smack in the middle of it all once again. Meanwhile, through all this chaos, Jayda Wayda has been playing it cool as ice. She hasn't confirmed a thing, hasn't denied a thing, just moving laser focused on her businesses, her brand, and co-parenting with Baby. No messy rants, no subliminals, no shading back and forth, just silence. And honestly, that silence has people talking even louder, because sometimes not saying a word speaks more than any clapback could. Fans are convinced her calmness means she already knows the real story, and she doesn't even need to explain it. But here's the thing, rumors like these don't just disappear. They live online forever, waiting to resurface every time Lil Baby pops out at a high-profile event, every time he drops a performance, or every time he's spotted with those same powerful names. The theory reloads itself like a never-ending saga, and each time, fans start connecting dots all over again, whether they're real or not. So maybe the real question isn't whether these rumors are true. Maybe the bigger question is, what's the next bombshell that's about to hit? Because if history tells us anything, it's that with Lil Baby, the drama never stops. It just resets, ready for the next headline to shake the internet. But that's my take. I want to hear yours. Do you think Lil Baby is being unfairly dragged through baseless internet drama, or is there really more to the story than we're being shown? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're locked in, smash that subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss when we spill the next mess. Trust me, the next one, it's gonna be even wilder. See you in the next video.